Hi, I'm Michael, and welcome to the Metaphysical Journey. This is a pick a card reading, only with a slight twist. It's actually pick a crystal reading. Each of the three crystals represent one of three groups. So please choose only one. So the first one is moss agate. That's group one. Group two is rutilated quartz. And group three is yellow calcite. So choose your crystal and we'll get started. All right, for group one, moss agate. Now, as in all my readings, the cards will show up on the screen, but that's done post-editing. So at the time of the reading, I actually am holding the cards in my hand. So if you see me looking down, that's the reason why. So moss agate, it's interesting that with all of these, the crystals correspond with the readings as they turned out. This particular group comes from Blessed Be by Lucy Cavendish, kind of an older deck, one I've never used before, but it looks pretty fun. And the crystal cards are coming from Crystal Message cards by Valencia Chan. So moss agate, it's nature. Moss agate helps you connect with nature spirits and earth divas. It reminds you to take a walk in the park, explore the woods, or take up gardening. Carrying moss agate brings balance, harmony, and the feelings of wholeness. Tucked in the planted boxes, it helps ailing plants thrive and flowers bloom. Health-wise, moss agate speeds up recovery and counteracts illness. The affirmation on this is to replenish my soul. I take time to connect with nature. So from the Blessed Be deck, I chose three cards, and you'll see them there. It's a blessing on a journey, a blessing on your creativity, and a blessing on your health. Now, I'm going to pull a word from each of these cards, and to sum this up, it is journey of creativity and also health. The message on this for you is that you are on a journey. You have been for a long time. So it's not like suddenly something's going to open up and off you go on a new adventure. But you've been on a journey for a while, and you know that. And as you go through this journey, you are always getting new ideas and insights and things coming into you when you take the time to stop and actually see them. Now, on this particular group, the key message here is it's about the journey, not the destination. And we are kind of pre-programmed to believe that it's about where we end up. And we have a goal in mind. We set that goal and we do everything to fight for that, just to get to that goal. Now, many times we achieve the goal and we stop and wonder, well, now what? I didn't really think that much beyond achieving the goal. And now that I've achieved it, what do I do with it? We didn't plan it, so we don't know. So the message for you is it is about the journey. Are you stopping to see what's happening and going on all around you? So you are blessed on this journey. This is the reason that you're here. This is why you came to Earth at this time, to take this journey. Now, why are you taking the journey? Because number one, it's fun and you wanted to have some fun, but you also wanted to learn something in the process. You have a destiny or a mission to fulfill. Are you seeing that as it plays out? Or are you so focused on what lies ahead, you're not stopping to see what's going on all around you? Because all around you is beautiful inspiration and the opportunity to create many things. But if those things that you have the opportunity to create are not in your mental notes of what your life plan is, you overlook those. And every day you face twists and turns. Every twist is a new opportunity for redirection, and every turn is the opportunity for an alternate reality, so to speak. So life is happening all around you, and you are blessed along the way. So everything you're doing is divinely planned, and a lot of that you had a hand in initially. It's all divinely planned and divinely timed. You've got plenty of time. You're not going to go anywhere until you have fulfilled what you came to Earth to do. What is that? That's part of the journey, exploring and discovering that, because truly as manifestors, you can create anything you want to do, anything. It's wide open for you. And you will get more insight into what you want to create if you can take the time to stop, to just breathe, pull over up the side of the road at the rest area, and just observe what's going on around you. When you have free time, how do you spend it? Many times how people spend it is like this. They're on their phone. They're looking at the phone and seeing all kinds of stuff. They're not looking at what's going on around them. If your life were a movie, you, of course, would be the main star. It would be focused around you. But in that movie, all around you, there are backdrops and there are extras running around doing things. Now, if those extras and fill-ins and stand-ins and walk-ins, whatever you want to call them, if they didn't serve a purpose, why would the money be going out to them to pay them to be there? We have to have that all around us because that's where the life comes in. And that's where we see something and say, oh, wow, look, I never noticed that before. That's a great opportunity for me to help or to do this or to learn and to grow. So life is about the journey, and the journey is rich and it's filled with things all around you. Take the time to stop and look at that. And that's what the blessings on these cards are. The blessing on a journey, the people that you're blessed to meet, the things you're blessed to see, blessing on your creativity. You truly can manifest anything you want if you put your mind to it and you believe that it can happen. You're very powerful. See that. And also a blessing on your health. And that health is more than just physical, it's mental, it's spiritual. It's just an overall well-being that when you are in balance with the world around you and you understand your place in it, that is a beautiful blessing and a boost on your health. Remember, you are not your body. You are a divine spark of light inside of this current body going through life. This body is the vehicle that carries you on this journey, but the true passenger, the baby on board is you, that spark of light inside, and it's very powerful. Never forget that. So that's also where moss agate comes in, because it helps you connect with the nature spirits, with things all around you, to connect into that energy that you can draw from for inspiration and for creativity. You've got this. This is a great group to be part of. So enjoy the journey. It's not about the destination. You're going to go where you need to be anyway, ultimately, but it's about while you are here right now, make it count and have a fun life. That's group number one. Group number two is rutilated quartz, and this is about manifestation. It says rutilated quartz is quartz with strands of rutile running through it. The gold color rutile brings manifestation, and the quartz amplifies the energy. Are you focused on what you want or don't want? Keep in mind that whatever you focus on is being amplified. Good and bad. Being mindful of where you are putting your attention. The affirmation is, by staying focused on what I want, I manifest it. Now that card works perfectly for this group's reading, and the cards for this come from The Secrets of Wandwood, a deck I've never used before. And there are three cards, and you're going to see them on the screen. The first is Be More Witchy, Manifest, and Believe. Now these three cards are about manifestation, pulling your magic in and creating what you want. In Tarot, this would be the Magician card. You'd be the magician on this one because you have everything you need in front of you to do what you want to do and manifest. You probably have gone through your life wondering, why is this happening to me? Why am I not getting what I want? Why are things not turning out how I want them to be? The reality is, things are turning out exactly how you have manifested it. It's easy to do and not realize what you're doing. Is we have beautiful dreams and you have a beautiful goal that you want to achieve, but along the way, it takes longer than you expect, or things aren't happening how you plan them in your head, and you start to think, well, maybe this isn't what I'm supposed to do. Maybe I'm off track. Maybe lots of maybes going on. Each of those are negative. And when we do that, we derail things and you actually stop progress right in its tracks. So be more witchy. Now, witches, who I love and adore, love witches. They're amazing. Witches are great because they can pull from all the energies. They've got this one down. They can pull from colors, from nature, plants, you name it, they can pull the energy from it. And what they do is they bring those energies in, they do some really cool witchy alchemy stuff, and they funnel and focus that and put that out and manifest what they want. They know how it works. You can do the same thing by just being focused on what your thoughts are. And when you are focused on what you really, really want, and you are just honed in on that, you're going to have a lot of different intuitional things coming in, and you'll start to see that, hey, in order to make this a little more powerful, maybe I should draw on this or that, and things that just kind of fall in right in front of you. Synchronicity falls right in front of your feet, and you say, wow, I hadn't thought about that, and you incorporate that too, and you build up this great source of power that stands on its own. But the most important thing it does is it boosts your confidence in yourself. And that's what all that is about, boosting the confidence you have in yourself to say, you know what, I can do this, and I believe this is going to happen. And so what if someone says, well, that candle didn't do anything for you? Well, you can't say the candle did it, or that crystal didn't do it. You know what, it doesn't matter what they say. If you believe that having that candle, working that candle magic, writing that spell, merging your energy with a certain crystal, if you believe that it gives you the power to do what you need to do, you'll have the power you need to do what you need to do, because it boosts your faith in yourself. You are the manifester. You are the witch. You are the magician. It's all about belief in yourself. However, you have to pull from, or whatever you have to pull from to get that energy to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, nothing that you try to do is going to work out. There's a story I like to tell. It's interesting. I'm talking about witch cards, and now I'm going to tell a story about the Bible. But the story is about, and if you've watched the show The Chosen, you've probably seen this too. But it's about the little woman that had the issue of blood, and she was like, if I could just touch the hem of the garment, I will be healed. And that's what she did. And in the scene, Jesus stops and said, who touched me? And his disciples are thinking like, are you insane? I mean, this is a mob of people, everyone's touching you, who do you think you are, so to speak? But Jesus was like, no, I felt energy go out of me. And he saw the woman, and sure enough, she was healed. Now, did Jesus heal her? No, Jesus didn't heal anyone. They healed themselves through their own faith. They believed, if I can just do this, I will be healed. It's the same thing as saying, if I write the perfect spell, if I use this certain combination of candles, not what other people have told me to do, but if I do it because I feel inspired to do it, if I do that and I write a letter to my ancestors or whatever it is, whatever you need to boost your faith is what it takes to get what you want out of life. It's about your belief in yourself. And that's what this message is. Be more witchy. Pull from different sources. Really go within yourself and tap into that inner strength and inner power, and use your intuition. The things around you will let you know what will help you. The power tie. It's like, today I'm going to go out and get a job, and I'm going to nail this interview. I'm going to nail this business presentation. I'm going to do it right. And I'm going to wear a power tie because I believe that gives me the energy, the strength, and the courage that I need to do it. And you know what? It does. Wear that power tie, whatever it is that you have to have. The second card is manifest. So be more witchy. Manifest, create what you want out of life. And this card, this is interesting because the little character on manifest reminds me of the high priestess. It does. And the high priestess, they're connected to both the spirit side and the earth side, and they have it all, and it's all in their mind, and they know how to work things, and they have all the secrets and everything they need. You have that too. And if you feel that you don't, ask your guides. They will help you to manifest something. And then believe. Ultimately, you have to believe and stick with your belief, regardless of how long it's taking to manifest. Everything takes time on the other side. So give it the time to play itself out. Because if you start doubting yourself and you start saying, well, that was stupid, maybe I asked for too much, right there, you've stopped the progress, because the universe says, wait, everyone, stop the presses, hold off. They've changed their mind. They no longer want that. And the universe will always give you what you truly want, and the energy you put out there, that's what you'll receive. So be very careful about that. So group number 2, rutilated quartz, manifestation. That's a really great message for group number 2. Group number 3 is represented by yellow calcite, and this is for mental clarity. And it says, calcite releases stagnant energy, and the color yellow enhances mental clarity. Yellow calcite can boost your brain power and intellect, and is especially helpful if you are studying, writing, or learning a new subject. Carry yellow calcite or place it on your desk to stimulate and sharpen your mind. Affirmation is, my mind is sharp, clear, and alert. I easily process and retain information. That's a great card to have all the time, right? The 3 cards for this reading come from Sacred Spirit Reading Cards by Anna Stark. And the 3 cards that you see on the screen are Clear and Activate, Spirit Messages, and Sacred Divinity. Now, pulling these 3 together into one message, this is about manifesting. But for me, what I really pick up on this is there's a change in direction that's taking place in your life. And it can be a pretty dramatic change, actually. This can play out in, for some, this is about a career change, a career choice. It's also about, for others, it is about you have decided there's a certain path you want to walk. There's a certain type of, it's part of your life purpose or destiny, and you want to pick up perhaps you want to start doing healing work or some light work or work of some sort. And this is a new direction that you're going to. And it's a scary time, because you're like, what if, it's something to embrace and move forward with. And for others of you, this is about just embracing the path in general, of walking away from a very structured way that you've always followed, but it hasn't been your way, it hasn't been your path, and this is about you embracing your path. So this is a little different than the first 2 groups, but those are some of the 3 key storylines that I'm picking up on this one. So clear and activate, create sacred space. This sacred space is something that will be new for many of you, because as you go into this new direction, you really are relying on your own intuition and your guides. You've stopped receiving information from outside coming in. You've had to, because that's what's kept you derailed for so long. Whether it's your path, or there's a certain type of healing modality that you want to take on, or there's something related to your spiritual gifts that you're ready to embrace this now, and it's stepping away from the norm of what everyone around you has ever known. And you realize when you do that, that you're possibly going to lose people, because you're not going to be the same one that they've always known, or you're taking a path that they are not for, because it's not part of their journey. But remember, this is your journey, and you walk it alone. So create, clear, and activate. Create sacred space for you. Remove all of that as much as you can, and create a space that's just you and your guides, and most importantly, your guardian angel. Your guardian angel is the one that's with you throughout this life, helping you stay on the path to fulfill your life's purpose and destiny. The guides are there to help with different projects and stuff, but your guardian angel that is assigned to you specifically is for your life destiny. And that's the space you want to create, space for just you and your angel, to where all the rest are kind of pushed out. So clear and activate. The next one is spirit messages. Is when you create that space, you open yourself up to start receiving messages from the other side versus messages from the people all around you. So it's the space that you're creating is where it's the primary purpose of that is to block out all of the pollution, to just be focused on the clear messages. On the second card, you have this bird and it says observe limitations. Another way to look at this is observe and adhere to boundaries, set boundaries. Observing the limitations, you're already very aware of this because you know all the limiting beliefs that have been thrown at you over the years or throughout this period of time that you're making this transition. You know what everyone else has to say. You already know what they say you can and cannot do. And it's all limitation based on how they think life should be, because a lot of them, they don't want to make any changes at all. And they don't want you to change because then it's going to make them feel bad. So never diminish your light to make others feel better about themselves. So observing the limitations, this is the energetic flow that comes your way from other people. Start to pay attention to that. If they're constantly pulling from you and it's just negativity flowing in, you've got to cut that. Call in Archangel Michael with his sword and say, cut it out, clear it, block it, or whatever, just detach me from that. And he will absolutely do that. But observing the limitations is not the limitations within yourself of saying, do not think that means you say, well, I'm very limited. I can only do this or that. You can do anything you set your mind to. So this is not limitations on you. Observe the limitations that are flowing in from others, telling you what you can't do or what you should or should not do. Follow your guardian angel and the intuition and the spirit messages that you receive. The third card is sacred divinity. And when you are connected to spirit and you're in that flow, that right space, it is very sacred. Now, what happens on this side of the veil is not always so sacred. It's not always so sacred. I'm gonna keep it there. But it says there are two paths ahead, and there are. One of the paths is what you've been on, and it's a path that other people tell you you should do. Well, all right, if you're going to do that, then you should do it like this. Follow our advice. That's one path. The second path is where the sacred divinity comes in. That's when you are following the path of the divine and listening to the inspiration from the divine and proceeding that way. So definitely listen to your guardian angel. Get to know your guardian angel. You have in that sacred space, say, I want to know who you are. Give me a name or something. And they will. Mine did very rapidly. And we're told, oh, our guides won't give us their names. Well, yes, they will. They will if you ask. If it's important to you, they will give you a name to call. Now, they're all just energy, so they don't have names, but they realize that as humans, that's how we identify people and know who we're communicating with. We want to know a name when we talk to someone. So why wouldn't we want to have a name when we talk to our angels and our guides? They will give you the name. There are many different schools of thought on that, but my personal experience is they will give you a name so that you have someone that you can have that one-on-one conversation and relationship with. Strengthening that connection and that relationship is the most important thing to them. So they will give you what you need in order to be able to do it. So sacred divinity, there are two paths. You have free will. You can choose whatever you want to do. You can choose to move forward in this new direction that you feel that you're called to do. It's part of your purpose, your destiny, or you can choose not to. Either way, you're still going to be loved by the other side just as much. They always understand and they're never taken by surprise. There's always different workarounds, but it's an important time for you right now. And that's where yellow calcite comes in. The mental clarity to be able to block out all the outside pollution and say, I want to focus in on just connecting to the divine, however you choose to label that, whether it's God or the universe or source or spirit, goddess, well, whatever it is, you have to be able to connect and have that one-on-one relationship. And now's the time to do it. So that's group number 3. Thank you so much, everyone, for letting me read for you. I hope that this was helpful to you. If so, please leave a comment. I'd like to know which group you chose and if the message resonated with you. I always like to hear from you, so let me know. Thank you so much for following me on the metaphysical journey. If you like these types of readings, let me know that too, and I'll do more of these. Have a beautiful evening. Bye.